And once again, only the things on the map are the things that are going to be on your test. So just the cities, waterways, and countries, etc. Those are going to be what's on your test. So in order to remember just some of these countries in Middle America that are right here, I have an acronym that makes it very easy, and this is the majority of the countries that you're going to need to remember. What you do is you follow a path where you can touch every country without breaking the line. So you know you jump from Belize to Guatemala to El Salvador, then to Honduras, and not the other way around, because if I jumped like this, then I can't touch the next country without breaking the line. So you go like this. So you go Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. And to remember those, I have an acronym. So, 1 second, I will show you this acronym. Okay, here's the acronym. And I know it's silly, but that will really help you remember it, and remember it very quickly. So, for the countries, I do burning grills should have no coals, please. And when I follow that line that I showed you earlier, where I don't break the line going from Belize all the way to Panama, you can just follow it if you want to on your test. You can just write the first letter of each country as you go along. So you put burning grills should have no coals, please. You just put BGSHNCP and then write the corresponding country. As you can see, Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador. I put, as you can see there, I just remember the S from Salvador, so I don't put the E, I just put El Salvador, if you can remember that. That's why I underlined the S there. So it's Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. And now I will show you how that applies to the map. Alright, so how does the acronym apply? Well, you look at the map and you see what you can write is just the first letter of each country for the acronym. So you'd say burning grills should have no coals, please. And then you just fill in whatever the country's name is. And you can just say, okay, Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. And automatically you got it. It's just really fast. And then just to remember the cities in this area, you got Managua. Managua is between these two lakes, and if you just keep saying that over and over, Managua is between the two lakes. And then also Managua is in Nicaragua, and it kind of rhymes. You can just say Managua, Nicaragua, Managua, Nicaragua, Managua, Nicaragua, and then that will help you remember. Since you know the acronym, you can easily find Nicaragua, and you'll see that it's the one with these two lakes, and that Managua is right in between those two lakes. Also, let me move over here. You can see that Cuba is just south of the United States. You can see Florida and like Miami, and think of, Pitbull is from Cuba, and he's always talking about Miami. You can think about this big country right here being Cuba. Maybe you want to think of like the Cuban Missile Crisis or something, and think about this country being so close to the United States. Havana, I think of that movie Havana Nights, maybe something like that. And Havana's right at the very top of Cuba. If you like draw a line, or if you had a ruler and you moved it down, the first point it would touch is like this point of the island, because it's a little bit higher than the rest. So you could put Havana right there. It's kind of in the middle of this little section of Cuba. Of course, you got the Bahamas. It's all these islands. If you remember, the Bahamas are islands, like in a big group right here, if you want to go to vacation there. Jamaica, you can kind of think of it being on its own, this little green country right here. Over here, you got Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Just say those together. And also, if you can remember different separate islands or separate countries in this region and fill those in, then it'll let you know which other countries you have left and help fill those in. So, got Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And if you just say it in that order, then you'll remember which side of this island is which. So you got Haiti, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Dominican Republic. Just say in that order, and you can label it. The Puerto Rico right here, it's orange just like the United States because it's part of the United States, so maybe you can associate it like that. So Puerto Rico, remember they're trying to gain statehood, so it's orange just like the US, so just keep associating it like that. Puerto Rico. Think of Pirates of the Caribbean. This is the Caribbean Sea right here. I don't know what else to say about that. It's just Caribbean Sea. If you look up here, we got, of course, the Gulf of Mexico. It's right beside Mexico. And people like to go there, go to the beach or whatever. So we got the Gulf of Mexico right here. If you go over here, you got the Gulf of California. Usually that's pretty easy to remember because California is right up here. And so, because this is Baja California, this little piece of land. So just remember Gulf of California, near California. And I've already named Managua and Havana. So the only city that you have to, other city that you have to remember as part of this map is Mexico City. So Mexico, usually that's pretty easy to remember, it's just south of the United States. So Mexico, because the United States is between Canada and Mexico. So Mexico, look for these rivers right here. It's kind of like three rivers that are all converging on the same point. So Mexico City is right in between those three rivers. So you can be like Mexico City between the three rivers. Just kind of say that over and over. Let me move out and just kind of do a brief review. Let me just switch to a blank map. You can kind of move this over so you can kind of maybe practice with me. Let me straighten that out a little bit. Okay, and zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so I use that acronym. Burning grills should have no coals, please. So you put burning, so Belize, grills, Guatemala, S for should and S for El Salvador. So burning grills should have Honduras, no Nicaragua, coals, Costa Rica, please Panama. And what's in Nicaragua? It's a city that kind of sounds like it. It's Managua. So Managua, Nicaragua, and it's where? It's between the two lakes. So Managua, Nicaragua. And then there is a country just south of Miami. Think of Cuba. So Cuba, right here, south of Miami, because this is Florida up here. So we got Cuba. The city in Cuba is Havana. You can think of Havana Nights. Think of heaven. It's at the very top of Cuba, so it's the highest point. Havana, highest point. And so we just go to the highest point, which is right up here. It's in the middle of this little section of Cuba. So put Havana right there. And what are these islands? People like to go on vacation there. It's the Bahamas. What is this country over here? Kind of independent, green. This is Jamaica. And then over here we have this island split into two countries. What countries did I say? It's kind of split and you say it over and over. It's Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And then this country here, it's orange, just like the United States, because it's part of the United States. It is Puerto Rico. So we got Puerto Rico right here. Now, and then of course this country just south of the United States is Mexico. The city that's in it, think of the three rivers where they're converging. It's Mexico City right there. And then looking at the bodies of water, we have, what's this? It's the Gulf of Mexico, and it's right beside Mexico. It's just south of the United States. Then right over here, think of the movie, it's the Caribbean Sea, or the Caribbean Sea. So it's kind of sectioned off by these these islands. It kind of forms like a border, you see. Then over here, we got what? This is the Gulf of California, because of course California's right above it, and this little jet of land is Baja California. And of course, I didn't go over these just because I figured you may have memorized these by now, the different oceans. Got the Atlantic over here and the Pacific over here. So Pacific Ocean is this ocean that Hawaii is in. It's on the coast of California. Think Pacific, think of peaceful, starts with P, Hawaii, California. And over here is Atlantic. It's just the other one if you want to remember it that way. So that is the map of Middle America.